Our good friend Leah Tuneberg's here from the River District. How are you?
Good morning. Rainy, wet.
Yeah, thanks for fighting your way through this morning.
We kind of had to do that to get to school and drop off, but we're here. It's okay.
Yeah, and one other note for motorists out there, leaves being on the ground along with rain and all that going on the ground, you're going to hit conditions that was that ice? No, those are leaves.
I just said that to our 9, almost 10-year-old now. I said, when you learn to drive in 5 years, you pay attention to this. And remember, when it's wet and there are leaves on the ground, take your time.
Right. And as a matter of fact, you're my kid. Take your time wherever you go at all times.
That's right. That's a good point.
That I'm going to worry and gnaw my fingers down to the quick, but I will.
Yeah.
You dropped me a note and said, hey, I've got something. I don't even know if I went all the way through it. All it really takes is you calling and saying, hey, I want to come in and tell you guys about something. So I said, sure, come in and tell us about something.
Yeah.
Shop the Blocks is kind of spookified a little bit.
That's the best way to say it. Yeah. We've taken the what's turning into a good tradition with Shop the Blocks, second year now, and we've turned it into a Spook the Blocks. This Saturday, we'll be doing trick-or-treating downtown Rockford.
Love it.
In and around State Street and Main Street area. So we did it last year. It had been revived after being put to bed for a few years, and we were overly impressed with the turnout that we saw of people downtown.
Cool.
And a lot of business owners saying to us, thank you for putting this on because it gave us a lot of exposure to a market that we are trying to target, which is fantastic. So we're doing it again this year, this Saturday from 11 to 2.
For people who don't often frequent the area, who may have found themselves down there, you're going to find a whole bunch of different people and shops and things that maybe you were unaware of that will bring you back down. So
absolutely.
It's mutually beneficial. The shop owner saying thanks to you. I think the people who went down should say thanks as well because they got to meet these people who have the shops.
Which is great to hear. Yes, absolutely. If you haven't been down in the last year or even 2 years, you'll see a dramatic difference in downtown Rockford. We have a lot of new storefronts that have opened up, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement going on down there.
The attitude. You can feel the attitude.
You can feel the attitude.
And I mean that in a positive way,
yes.
not in a parental way. But a positive, hey, look what we got going on kind of attitude.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you see it from the business owners. You see it from the people who are visiting. You see it from our developers who are making a big investment in downtown. The city market and what that's done.
Crazy.
Store on State and what that has done. And what we're trying to do now with Shop the Blocks and Spook the Blocks is really introduce people to having more of a reason to come downtown because there's a lot of vibrancy down there.
Somebody brought this up to me, and I guess when you're too close to the forest, you don't see the trees. I never really thought about this before, but there had been a tactic at one point in town, which was shaming people into it. What are you doing all out? You're going out east for all these other. We got great down. You gonna let the downtown die? Get on down. You gotta get on down. Rather than, hey, we've got this cool reason to come downtown.
Sure.
Hey, we're going to have this event that will lure you downtown to see how cool things are. You'll like it. You'll come back. That works a lot better than the shaming method of it because you're giving somebody a real viable reason and a desire to do it.
And we're giving them a reason in more ways than just events. We're giving them a reason in turning it into more of a place to work and to live. You know, we've got 62 units coming on the market here at the end of this year in the Trust Building, just on the west side of the river.
That's right, yeah.
So, 1 and 2 bedroom apartments. Come live downtown and you'll see that you can dine down there, you can shop down there, and I'll tell you, we're working real hard to put possibly a grocer down there, which will be fantastic to have.
Absolutely.
So, there's a lot of things happening and changing, and it's not just our business owners that are opening their doors. They're also being very accommodating to the visitors when they're down there, and also our developers. They're really making that investment into our downtown core, and that'll help, all of Rockford be stronger.
It will, and it all goes along with the reasons. If there's reasons to get down and do and see and take part and enjoy, people will follow.
Absolutely.
Rather than being commanded, rather than being shamed, an invitation, and here's what we have to offer, I think goes a really long way, and I think you guys are all the different entities that are working so hard to make this happen are working really well together.
And that is, I think, one of the best ways to say it, and I say that constantly to people. It's a collaborative effort. What we're doing together. I'm only as good as the person next to me builds me up to be to help us to work together to make this stronger and better. So I got to tell you, Riley, when we put out this invitation to Spook the Blocks this year, the number of people and businesses we heard back from was overwhelming. I think we're at 31 businesses participating right now, which is almost every single one. You'll see businesses like 510 Threads, Abreu, Bath & Body Fusion, Carlisle, Deli Italia, all the way up north to ID Pennock YMCA. Magpie on the east side of the river, Rocktown Adventures. So we're not just happening on East State on the east side of the river. We're expanding and we're growing and we're being all-encompassing and we're trying to work together. The amount of shares we have seen on Facebook and engagement in the community has us very excited for what Saturday could look like.
And that's another wonderful tool at your disposal, too, is social media in showing what's going on downtown, in weighing in. You can put a brochure out with 5 quotes from 5 people that you stopped who said something nice, and those 5 quotes get old and recycled. But when you have a constant influx of new commentary, a constant influx of new photos, and, hey, we were downtown doing this. Here we are. This is our Christmas card from Stroll on State.
Yeah.
Those sorts of things put on social media speak volumes.
Right, absolutely. And you can change things instantaneously. For example, I'm walking into a meeting in an hour this morning with the Makerspace people in downtown Rockford. They pulled out some really neat metal robots that stand a few feet tall back during Art Scene earlier this month. And they contacted us and said, these things are pretty unique. They're very cool. They kind of have a spook the blocks kind of a feel to them.
Sure.
How about we put a few of them around downtown just to kind of show them off?
Nice.
And I said, fabulous idea.
Get to work.
How about we turn it into a bit of a treasure hunt and give people the opportunity to kind of wander around downtown looking for them. And as they find them, take a picture, take a selfie with one, and tag the River District. This is something new. This is something unique. And this is a way
like a selfie scavenger hunt in a way.
Yes, and we'll put it out on Facebook this morning that people will be able to see it, where with social media in the years past, you might not have had that opportunity to get it out there instantly.
No, or the thought of doing that at all would be like, yeah, someday when the technology's there, maybe, but we don't have it, and that would be so expensive. And now, boom, click, look, everybody's tuned in right away.
Absolutely.
People, I watch people periscoping from Stroll on State. If you went down there, you just go, there's people showing you live video what's going on. All of that helps the cause.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? It's really fantastic.
Now, for Spook the Blocks, let's get the particulars in for people who want to get down and take part in this, and you really should. What time does everything get rolling?
This Saturday, October 29th, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., anywhere in and around downtown Rockford. Just come on down. It is free. All we ask is that you patron our businesses, check them out, step inside for a moment. We know your kids are excited. We have little ones, too. They like to run from one place to the next.
Sure.
But take notice of what's going on down there and come back and visit when you have more time.
Now, the parklets, we doing those, or weather going to be inclement for that?
Yeah, we're not going to do those this time, not this go around. But, we're working on some new ideas for next year that will make those really something fascinating.
Those are really cool. The whole shop the blocks and the parklets and all that. I think you really, really hit a chord this year with those.
Well, thank you.
Now, what else do we need to cover that we haven't covered that people should know about?
Just follow us on our Facebook page to stay abreast of all the events coming down the pipeline. We will have a holiday mixer coming in December. It will be a Bath & Body Fusion in early December, so they can follow us there. And that's just a good way to network and get to meet more people who are, involved and want to support downtown Rockford.
Outstanding. Leah, you always come in with cool stuff. See, this is why when you send me a note going, can I come in? I always just shoot back, yes, well, what works for you?
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
And she's not bringing food, cash, or anything else that you guys know of.